Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. Lance Brock here. And yes, it actually is Wednesday. Does not feel like a Wednesday though. Or, yeah, it is Wednesday. I keep having to double check. But it definitely does not feel like a Wednesday. Because this week, last night, Tuesday, a special episode of AEW Dynamite, which now has me thrown off, not knowing what day it is. Definitely not used to watching Dynamite on a Tuesday night. There's part of me that keeps thinking that it's Thursday. I'm so used during the week when I watch Dynamite, the next day will be Thursday and time for Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor to watch. But like I said, no Dynamite tonight. So we'll be able to watch Chucky, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune tonight. And just a reminder, there is a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic now available right here on Spreaker or wherever you listen to the podcast, talking about the big Tuesday night war from last night, which what most people on the internet called it last night. And hopefully not too many people will get upset. Just my opinion on both shows. And like I said last night, overall, between the two shows, I definitely say the night was won by AEW. Of course, I'm not talking about the official ratings or anything like that. Or, like I said, don't know what the ratings are going to be. The ratings have not yet come out, probably sometime today though. And I'm not saying any other reviews of, wonder what that dog thought about who won the war last night. Those two dogs, I should say, who they thought won the war last night. And any other reviews on the internet, podcasts, websites, or whichever. Who knows, maybe they might disagree with me quite a bit, but just my opinion, definitely give the edge, not Adam Copeland, but I'd give the win to definitely AEW last night with Dynamite. Was a huge fan of the show. Had a great match between Bryan Danielson and Swerve Strickland. And Adam Copeland's first match in AEW, taking on Luchasaurus, I thought was a pretty well-worked match by both competitors in this one. I thought Christian's heel promo before the match was also done very well. And I'm sure we will eventually get to Adam Copeland and Christian Cage in a singles match sometime down the road. And maybe we will even eventually one day see at least one tag team match with them teaming together. And I don't know when that's going to happen. It might be a long feud when they planned to have them against each other. So, and I know they said multi-year, but I'm not quite sure how long exactly Adam Copeland's contract with AEW is for. So who knows? I'd say if this tag team match actually were to happen, I'd say probably at the end, so he can have his last match on his terms, and with Christian Cage, someone who is definitely just like a brother to him. And I thought MJF's promo from last night, or mostly Juice Robinson, is what most people are talking about this morning, and a lot of people were upset about it. And last night, when Juice Robinson, I can't talk as usual, when Juice Robinson brought it up, I wasn't thinking of what people are talking about now. I was just remembered, yes, MJF brought up the fact that he was bullied. I forgot that he said it was because he was Jewish is the reason he was bullied. And everything that is in the news, that has been in the news this week, I wasn't thinking of it. Actually, maybe, last night I'd say was probably the first I heard about what is going on in Israel right now with the war, I guess, that's going on there. Last night was the first I heard of it. I didn't even know there was a war or anything going on. And so last night when Juice Robinson did say that, that's all I was thinking about of what was a pro wrestling angle. And he was just being a heel, trying to get a reaction out of MJF. That's all I thought it was. But a lot of people are upset about this. So I don't think it'll be mentioned much anymore, if at all, in the storyline. And once again, it was just a great episode of Dynamite. Also, last night we had NXT, which was a show. It was alright, I guess. But also, I forgot to mention this on 360 Wrestling Fanatic last night. Paul Heyman. And this is one part that I kind of enjoyed last night. Paul Heyman talking to Ava, trying to get her into the bloodline. Of course, I'm sure most people know that she is a part of the family, the daughter of The Rock. And if she were to join the bloodline, I wonder if this could eventually lead to the return of The Rock. There's been talk about him coming back, maybe even being at the Elimination Chamber and next year's WrestleMania. But with WrestleMania, though, there's been talk. The last couple years, nothing's happened. So who knows? And that is all for this Wednesday morning episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Kind of feels a little strange being a Wednesday and not previewing an episode of Dynamite. But have to keep reminding myself that today actually is Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, will be Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor. But tonight, Wednesday, I probably won't be doing an episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. So we'll be back tomorrow morning with Good Morning Wrestling fans, and then 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, episode 10 of 360 Anything Goes, talking all about an episode of The Simpsons, The Old Man and the Lisa, featuring a brief cameo from Bret the Hitman Hart. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or anything, you can leave your feedback on the Tuesday Night War from last night, either AEW Dynamite, WWE NXT. If you did like I did and watch both DVR Dynamite watch Dynamite Live and DVR NXT. I don't even know what I did. Or if you did the opposite, watch NXT Live, kind of get it out of the way, and then DVR the better show Dynamite. Or if you're one of those people that had two TVs side by side trying to watch both at the same time, if you did that, let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know which show you liked better between the two. And like I said, in my opinion, I thought Dynamite was the much better show, but who knows? Maybe there are some people who thought NXT had the better show. Who knows? We're all pro wrestling fans, and I think we should all try to get along and not fight, argue about which company's the best, which wrestler's the best, who's the best worker, blah, 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 things like that. We should all try to get along and just love pro wrestling. And thank you everyone for listening to this morning's episode of GMWF once again. Hope everyone has had a great Wednesday morning, and we'll be back tomorrow morning for the Thursday episode of GMWF. But until then, have a great pro wrestling day.